I'm Scott Goldsmith, and I'm your guide on an adventure down the back roads of America to rediscover historic 100-year-old bars where the celebrities of the day, the famous and the infamous, dined, drank, danced, and fought their way into the history books. These old bars can still entertain today, and they have some great stories to tell. This is Old Bar Tales.
Pioneer Bar was founded in 1913 and was the first bar registered to serve liquor in Clark County. That was the seed that got Las Vegas started. Traveling down 215 out of Las Vegas towards Los Angeles, about 10 miles out, you'll make a right, headed up to Goodsprings. Another 5-6 miles up the road, and there's the Pioneer Bar. Goodsprings was a silver and gold boomtown with over 8,000 miners, 20 bars, 1 hotel, and just 200 women. The Pioneer is the last business still standing. When you walk through these old doors, you notice the old antiques, the tin embossed ceiling and walls, the old potbelly stove, the old wooden floors, and the antique fans. The back bar was shipped from Boston around Cape Horn to San Francisco and then 20 mule trained up to Goodsprings in 1913. The current owner of the Pioneer Bar is Noel Shekels, who bought the Pioneer for $1 million in 2006 and has spent another $1 million or so in preserving the antiques and expanding the amenities for the current guests. During a card game in 1915, Paul Costi caught George Armstrong cheating at cards. They drew their guns, and Paul shot him 3 times, and these are the bullet holes that are still visible to this day. George Armstrong was part of a burial detail that buried the 7th Cavalry after the Battle of the Little Bighorn. Many celebrities have visited the Pioneer over the years. The Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. used to take over the whole bar for wild parties. Elvis Presley would ride out on his motorcycle along with the Memphis Mafia. Travis Tritt, Chris Angel, John Wayne, and Sandra Bullock have all visited the Pioneer Bar. But the most famous customer associated with the Pioneer was Clark Gable. He waited at the Pioneer Bar for news on his wife Carole Lombard to see if she had survived the crash of her TWA commercial airliner with her and 21 other people on board in 1943. Clark Gable and Carole Lombard are interred at Forest Lawn Cemetery. Even though he had remarried twice, he requested to be laid to rest next to Carole, the one true love of his life. Current visitors and celebrities can enjoy one of the best Bloody Marys in the entire state, or chow down on the famous Ghost Burger, or just sit back and enjoy some of the best local entertainment around. There's a great deal to see in Goodsprings. In the surrounding area, visitors can view old mine shafts, they can look at old miners' cabins. One of the old miners asked to be buried standing upright with his pickaxe in front of the entrance to his mine. One secret about the Pioneer Bar that only the old-timers know about is about the laughing bartender, who would tell all the patrons a new joke when they came in. The very last joke he told was about a bartender who pulled out a gun and pointed it to his head and then shot himself. And then he proceeded to pull out a revolver, point it to his head, and then pull the trigger. On the next episode of Old Bar Tales, Raquel Welch leaves her more than ample brassiere hanging in one of the oldest bars in Nevada, the Genoa, but only on one condition. Ulysses S. Grant, Sherman, and Mark Twain threw back more than a few shots at this famous old bar that also doubled as a morgue, the Washoe Bar in Virginia City.